Cave number 11 and cave number 12 are not only special caves in the Buddhist caves at Ellora, but also occupies important position in the development of Buddhist rock cut architecture, because these two caves are triple storied. It seems that at Ellora, the architects and the sculptors under the royal patronage or from the collective patronage carried out different experiments in the Buddhist architecture. The architectural vocabulary as seen in the cave number 11 and cave number 12 at Ellora suggests the various experiments carried out by the architects and the sculptors. Cave number 11 is a 3-storied cave, but before its scientific clearance only 2 stories were known, which is why it was popularly known as Do Tal, that is a 2-storied. A shrine of Avalokiteshwar, especially Rakta Lokeshwar, can be seen at the left of the entrance, who is shown seated along with the Tara and Bhrukuti. 4-armed Chunda, a Buddhist goddess, can also be seen here on the left walls, whereas on the right wall is a broken panel of Buddha flanked by Bodhisattvas. A few later additions to Hindu faith can be seen on the right wall of the hall. Left hand corner of the cave on ground floor leads to the first floor through stairs. On the first floor there are 3 shrines. The center shrine has Buddha in Bhumisparsha mudra, the other shrines have a similar depiction. A niche at the south wall has an image of Buddha in a Vyakhyan mudra accompanied by Bodhisattvas. On the second floor is a pillared hall which is followed by a central shrine enshrined with a Buddha in Pralamba Padasana at the back wall. 2 subsidiary shrines are there at the side of central shrine, of which one is incomplete. Let us have a virtual journey of cave number 12, one of the most important monuments in the Buddhist caves at Ellora, as well as the last rock cut cave of Buddhist faith. Cave number 12 is also a 3-storied cave popularly known as Teen Tal. The L-shaped hall here has figures of seated Avalokiteshwar and Tara. Other walls also have sculptures of Buddha and Bodhisattvas. Veranda is marked by square pillars and a few elaborately carved Ghatapallav pillars. The pillared vestibule has cells on each side of the wall having Buddha in a Dhyana mudra. Padmapani and Manjushri, 2 important Bodhisattvas, are shown on the both sides of the entrance of the shrine. Buddha in a Dhammachakra Pravartan mudra is enshrined in the sanctum. The inner walls have depictions of Bodhisattvas topped by a group of 5 seated Buddhas. Buddhist goddesses Tara and Prajna Paramita are also seen on the inner walls. The first floor shrine has Buddha in a Bhumisparsha mudra, whereas the niches showcase figures of Tara, Avalokiteshwar and Jambhal. The second floor shrine has Buddha in a Bhumisparsha flanked by attendant Bodhisattvas. The inner walls have a depiction of Bodhisattvas topped by a group of seated Buddhas. Buddhist goddess Tara and Jambhal, the god of wealth, can also be seen on the inner walls of the sanctum. Buddha in a Dhammachakra Pravartan mudra is shown along with deers in the background in the cell below the staircase. Bodhisattva Avalokiteshwar, Buddhist goddess Tara and few other Bodhisattvas can also be seen on the walls of the cave. The third floor has a grand pillared hall supported by 40 lofty pillars, figures of 7 past Buddhas topped by Chaitya arches, seated images of Tara and other Buddhist goddesses topped by 5 seated Buddhas can be seen. The entrance to the shrine is guarded by Bodhisattvas. Buddhist goddesses topped by 4 seated Buddhas can also be seen near the entrance. The shrine houses Buddha in a Bhumisparsha mudra surrounded by a passage. The passage has figures of Bodhisattvas topped by group of 5 seated Buddhas. The inner walls also have the images of Buddhist deity Tara and Jambhal. The traces of paintings can be seen on the ceiling, walls and the sculptures too. At Ellora, on the basis of architectural, sculptural and iconographic features can be divided into 2 phases. Cave number 1 to cave number 7 belong to early phase, whereas cave number 9 to cave number 12 belong to late phase. The Tantric Buddhist imagery which we get at Ellora is quite interesting, as some of the icons do not match with the textual description. So, it can be suggested that Tantric Buddha images at Ellora were carved out even before standard Buddhist Tantric texts were codified or were being circulated. Ellora is probably one of the earliest Buddhist sites in India where we get Ashtabodhisattva Mandal, where a Buddha is surrounded by 8 different Bodhisattvas. This schematic arrangement of Bodhisattvas in a specific order is a special feature of the Buddhist caves at Ellora. Avalokiteshvara is one of the most significant Buddhist deities after Buddha in the religious imagery of Ellora. Interestingly, we also get various iconographic forms of Avalokiteshvara in Ellora, such as the Astamahabhaya Avalokiteshvara, that is an iconographic form of the Avalokiteshvara protecting from 8 dangers, Rakta Lokeshwara, Shadakshari Lokeshwara, which confirm that the worship of Avalokiteshvara in different iconographic forms was popular at Ellora. Tara is the most prominent among all Buddhist female deities at Ellora as a goddess of Karuna, that is the compassion. An overview of architectural and iconographic features of Buddhist caves at Ellora strongly suggests that Ellora was a thriving center of Buddhism for more than 3 to 4 centuries. Buddhist iconography at Ellora also strongly connects with the Buddhist iconographic traditions of Eastern India, especially of Odisha and Central India, that is the sites like Sirpur located in present day Chhattisgarh. Most of the sculptures of Bodhisattvas, Buddhist goddesses and other Buddhist deities were once painted, as it was essential that in the Tantric Buddhist rituals the image on which most of the sculptures found in the Buddhist caves at Ellora were originally painted. It was necessary for carrying out Tantric Buddhist rituals as a devotee who is meditating upon the deity. Thus, the tourist who will visit the caves at Ellora will not only get an insight into all 3 major Indian religious traditions at one time, but will also understand the similarities and dissimilarities between all 3 of them. A visit to the Buddhist cave group has been considered the prime focus here, since the course aims at Buddhist tourism. But the guide or an expert is expected to know information on the rock cut caves of other 2 religions too. While showcasing the caves to foreign visitors, since more foreigners visit UNESCO World Heritage Sites, a brief background of Buddhism can be established if they are not much aware of it in an overall sense. Time management regarding how much time to spend while explaining and exploring particular important caves should be calculated well in advance. It is one of the important sites to understand Buddhist iconography, rock cut architecture and many other things. A good representation of such world renowned and well preserved site, provided with all facilities for inland and foreign tourists, can lead the visitors amazed and would enrich their understanding of Indian heritage in general and Buddhist heritage in particular. Let us see how to reach Ellora caves. The caves at Ellora are located around 29 kilometers from the district headquarters Aurangabad. Bus, taxi and auto services are frequent from Aurangabad. The nearest airport is located at Chikalthana, Aurangabad, which is 10 kilometers from Aurangabad, and the nearest railway station is at Aurangabad, which is approximately 29 kilometers from the caves. In this module, you have studied the architectural and iconographic features of the Buddhist caves at Ellora provide the multiple facets of the contemporary religious settings. It also sheds light on the developed form of Buddhism, which is not generally seen in many of the Buddhist sites. Buddhist caves at Kaneri or Buddhist caves at Panare were active when the Tantric Buddhism was evolved and established at Ellora. Thank you.